Wisconsin. Ken Trott, what a great place to play the game of baseball, and that's where Steve Warren went to high school. And Steve was a great player. He was an honorable mention all-player himself. Later went on to play college baseball at UW lacrosse. Steve was a guy who he kept going, and he never wanted to stop learning. Every time I go to a baseball clinic, Steve Warren's there. And you know, one thing there's a couple things you recognize about people like Steve Warren. Number one, he's always trying to learn. He's always trying to get better. He loves the game, and he's a very humble person. And he did a lot of things that could lead some people to not be quite so humble. His coaching record, like all these other gentlemen, is unbelievable. His conference record right now, or overall career record, is 334 and 124. He's won 11 conference championships, 10-time conference coach of the year. Been to 4 state tournaments where he won 2 titles in 2008 and 2010. And he's accomplished many other awards. He's a WBCA Coach of the Year. He's coached in our All-Star Classic. But he's went beyond just coaching the game, and he's done it at all levels like all the other guys did. He has over 400 wins as a American Legion coach. He's been to 5 state appearances there, finishing 3rd twice at the Legion State Tournament. And that's not when he's coaching the younger kids. He's served the WBCA a long time. Member of the WBCA, Steve has also been a conference rep for 15 years. He's currently continuing his career at Marathon, where we know there's many more wins to come. A passionate man, a humble man, a man who, like our other 4 inductees, is so deserving of this award. And this is what Steve says, and kind of goes along with it. He said, most of all, this is not my success, it's due to dedicated assistant coaches and all the players I've had. And I know we all say that, we all mean it, but there was a lot of effort that went by this gentleman here, our next inductee, Steve Warren from Marathon High School.
Thank the WBCA for this honor. Most coaches get this award towards the end of their career, and for me that's probably not true. I have a long ways to go. I have a lot to learn. In fact, the longer I coach, the more I realize I don't understand about the game of baseball. I think that's the way the game is. You have to keep learning until the last day. And so I have a long ways to go and a lot more to learn. Because there are some things I don't understand. There's a couple things in particular. I don't understand why, despite hundreds of hours of work, my baseball field does not look like Miller Park. And I don't understand why I can't make it work. But I've tried. Also, I don't understand why, when combining my high school record and my Legion record, I have lost over 380 baseball games. 380 losses. And I don't know how that's possible because I go to coaching clinics all the time, but they're still there. And is anybody surprised that in the majority of those 380 losses, the winning coach was either named Iverson or Colton? But that's okay, because this made me a better coach too. There are a few things I do understand about baseball. First of all, every successful head coach needs a great group of assistants because nobody does this job by themselves. And I've been blessed with many dedicated, loyal assistants over the years. Some of them are here today. Kurt Robbins, Scott Schuda, Bill Knetter, Doug Kalunski, Tyler Schilling, and John Westfall. And some of you know John. John has been with me for 20 years. He's coached baseball and Marathon for 30 years. And I would not be here without his help and his guidance over the last 20 years. Thank you, John. Another thing I understand about baseball is that every successful coach needs a great group of ball players. Some of my former players are sitting here today, and you alumni players, just raise your hand, those of you that are here. And they played the games, I just watched like everybody else. Despite being coached by me, they have all gone on to have successful lives and careers so far. So that's pretty good. But I didn't screw up too much. But they did all the work. I just watched. And it's because of them that I'm standing here today. Every successful head coach needs a family that supports them through the good times and the bad times. I owe a great debt of gratitude to my mother, Diane, my wife, Pam, and my sons, Brock and Grant. They have supported me through all of the highs and lows that occur in the coaching profession. And a lot of us sitting here know that there are definitely highs and there's definitely lows. And that just goes with the territory. My father, Dean, passed away a little less than 2 years ago, but we did share the game of baseball. And I'm very fortunate that he saw me play in high school, he saw me play in college, and he saw Marathon play in 3 state championship games. And that is something to be thankful for. Every successful head coach needs someone to give him a chance. And I owe a debt of gratitude to former Marathon principal Dennis Hurston, who is sitting here today. He hired me, and he is the only person who has ever given me the chance to be a head baseball coach. Over the years, a lot of years of teaching and coaching, I've had many job interviews and many job offers, and Dennis is the only person that believed that I could be a head baseball coach. And so, thank you, Dennis. I hope I've repaid your trust in me. Finally, every successful head coach has to have someone teach him the fundamentals early on in his life. And I was very fortunate that Ken Trott from Westby was my Little League coach, my high school coach, and my American League coach. So that's about 10 years of getting the same message from the same person. And that was ingrained in me, and I use those same fundamentals every day with my team. I just tweaked them and expanded on them a little bit. Ken was actually inducted into this Hall of Fame in 1983. Finally, I want to end with a message for all of the coaches who are sitting out here today. Most of us in this room remember the great college coach Gordy Gillespie, who was at one time the all-time winningest college coach. And a few years ago, I had a chance to drive to the Illinois State Clinic and hear Gordy speak one last time, and I kind of thought this might be the last time he ever speaks at the clinic. And so I wanted to go. And he gave his talk. And he said something at the end of the talk that I'll never forget. He said when he was a young man, a long time ago, most of the films in movie theaters were westerns. And those old-time westerns always had a good guy in the white hat and a bad guy in the black hat. And you knew by the end of the movie, the good guy in the white hat was going to win. You just didn't know how. And at the end of his talk, he pointed his finger out at all the coaches. And he basically said, "Coach, you are the guy with the white hat at your school." I've never forgotten that. I think we all can learn something from that, is that all of us, wherever we coach, we have to try to be the good guy in the white hat at our school and for our community. And I want to say thank you to a whole bunch of people from Marathon. Hopefully somebody turned off the lights before they left town. A lot of them came down here. And I'm blessed to have them here and to have this opportunity. Thank you.
Unfortunately for you Marathon guys, I heard a bunch of guys from Edinburgh were going over there while you guys were gone. Guys, I